go to the kitchen for something. And in our house, our bedroom is on one side of the house and our kitchen is on the other side of the house. And in between is kind of the den area where the kids like to play. And so usually we clear a path, like good human beings would. We usually clear a path from one to the other so that if we have to walk in the dark, we don't kill ourselves. This had not been done. That's not my wife's fault. That's my kids' fault. Anyway, they decided to leave out their little chairs and their little toys. So I'm walking blithely along, happily walking along. They get a bottle of water from the kitchen, and boom, I bruise the living hell out of my shin. And I go flying head over heels over this chair like Dick Van Dyke over the ottoman in the original Dick Van Dyke Show. I just go flying, and I clock the living hell out of my leg. I just destroy my knee, I destroy my shin, and fall directly from the chair onto my son's digger. My son has like a digger that you would see at a construction site. He has one that you actually sit on. And so I fall from one object onto another object and then onto a third object. So it was great physical comedy in the dark. So I'm lying on the floor and my wife is in the bedroom and all she can hear is, "Oh," right? She just hears me just shout, right? Just a blue streak in the middle of the night. And I hear her from the other room, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, number one, no, right? You just heard me shout a bunch of curse words after hearing a giant clatter of me going down on the floor. No, probably not okay. And then my wife comes rushing in and she sees me on the floor clutching my leg. And this thing hurt like hell. It wasn't just like a shin hurt. It was bleeding. There was actual blood. And I stepped directly on a bunch of blocks at the same time. It was ridiculous. And I'm lying on the floor and my wife is laughing as hard as I have ever seen her laugh in her life. She is dying. She is crying. She is laughing so hard. And she's like, "Honey, are you okay?" she said while laughing through her tears. And I'm like, "No, I'm not okay. Can you get me, like an ice pack because I can't move for a second?" And she's like, "I'm so sorry that happened," laughing at me the entire time. Like literally laughing. Like, "I'm so sorry that happened." I'm like, ah. And this continues for a solid, I kid you not, 15 minutes of her laughing as I hobble around the house as though I've been wounded in some sort of crucial battle. And finally, things calm down and I put an ice pack on my leg. And as we're about to fall asleep, I hear her giggling and laughing because my wife loves it when I get hurt. It is her favorite thing. And I don't know if this is, I'll have to talk to some more of the women in the office. I don't know if this is a woman thing because my mom has the same thing with my father. Like if my dad clocks himself, my mom thinks it's the funniest thing that she's ever seen. And, if I were really, really hurt, like deeply hurt, like hospital hurt, then I assume that my wife would not be quite as pleased with the situation. But when I clock myself and it really hurts, but I'm not dying, my wife thinks it's the funniest thing